say that today the British system, the legal system, has been made into a mockery. A pedophile, somebody who's suspected of having committed a blood crime, is left go. They can allow him to go on bail. The people who killed Stephen Lawrence were allowed to go on bail. A woman who killed nobody is left on bail for more than a month. That is British justice for you. I say to you, honest people cannot possibly believe that on the basis of allegations that were totally refuted by the family said there were no threats against the family. There were no threats against the person. So what is the justification? None whatsoever. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a trial by the media. This is a mockery of justice. This is Britain becoming the Soviet Union.
My first thought, being in the court and seeing the entire development of the trial, or this stage of the trial today, was the first thought was, we don't have a legal system anymore. We have a judiciary behaving like a political agent,
police
trying to achieve, including the police.
Did you see them faces?
And I say to you why I believe that, including the police. And when I make a statement, an affirmation, I explain why I make the affirmation and what's the fact that led me to believe that the police, the Crown Service, is being an accomplice in this sort of political charade.
Yeah.
The reason is the family was there. The mother,
looking for British sense of fair play.
Exactly. But my point is this: the family was there. The father, the mother, the sister, and an uncle. The Crown Prosecution Service was saying that they were told that she was getting threats and phone calls and all kinds of stuff. While this was happening, the family was denying there were no threats. There were no threatening phone calls. There were no attacks against the house. It was all a fabrication of the Crown Prosecution Service.
Yeah.
And when the Crown Prosecution Service, for political reasons, engages in fabrication, in creating false evidence, in trying to refute what the family themselves, the members of her family themselves, were saying, there were no threats. There were no threatening telephone calls. There were no attacks against the house. There's no reason whatsoever to keep her without bail, as they say, for her own protection. I say the excuse for her own protection was used in the Soviet Union many years ago.
Yeah.
And it's the realization that the legal system in the United Kingdom is beginning to resemble very much the legal system of the Soviet Union. The one thing that must be said from the beginning, the British National Party has been there practically from the very beginning.
Yeah.
We have been there to show in private, not in public, in private, support for the family. Members of the British National Party approach the family and try to find out about the situation, about all the aspects of this lamentable event, and they were supporting the family.
Yeah,
not at the time, not for political purposes, not to take any advantage of the situation, to be there for the family, because the family is what matters. And I will say to you, and I will repeat to you, what the defense attorney said this afternoon. Keeping a vulnerable woman away from her family without the support that she needs, surrounded by potential or real criminals, is not the way to proceed in this case.
So why on earth did they put her back there then?
I do believe that the three judges acting in this tribunal were politically motivated they tried and avoid the possibility of this case going to the Crown Prosecution Service. They wanted to keep the case at the magistrate's court level so that they could get away with murder.
Well,
that's basically it. That is, and I will tell you this, that is my interpretation of the situation.
Well, I'm pretty. I mean, the family were. I mean, I spoke to the members of the family, and you know, I said to them that the London British National Party was with them, giving them support, and they were very thankful for that. They were thankful that we didn't do a demonstration to try and steal publicity.
Many people ask me why the nationalist movement did not carry out a demonstration. Why? And I will tell them why. Because we approached the family, and her partner, her family asked us not to organize a demonstration. So we respected the will of the family, we respected the wishes of the family, we put the welfare, the well-being of the family first. And this is what the British National Party is about. We are about protecting people who are vulnerable, people who are being manipulated, whose lives are being destroyed by a political system, not a judicial system, because the judicial system has become a political system.
Yeah, well, she opted to go to Crown Court. She wasn't going to get a fair trial there anyway. I mean, they wouldn't even give her bail, so she did the right thing there. They showed themselves up to what they actually were, that little hanging court that was there. It looked to me like the Scotsman was an out-and-out red anyway.
I do believe that the Crown Prosecution Service has a case to answer.
Yeah.
I do believe that the reports of the Crown Prosecution Service were an absolute fabrication, because the family of Emma West said there have been no threats, there have been no attacks, there have been no threatening telephone calls. That's an absolute fabrication of the Crown Prosecution Service. That's what it looks like, for political ends.
Well, okay, well then we'll be back there in January then. Okay, well this is...
Let's remind everybody that the case will continue, but next time at the Crown Prosecution Service on the 3rd of January.
Right, okay.
And that a woman who attacked nobody, who caused no damage, who caused no harm, who never had any intention of causing any harm, is going to spend more than a month in detention for no crime whatsoever.
This mobile phone that captured the video may not even be admissible in a court of law unless that person that link belongs to comes forward and gives evidence and says, yes, that is me.
The one point that is missing, the one fundamental point that is missing, and I said to you, nobody reacts the way she reacted for no reason.
Yeah.
I want to know the sequence of events, that what happened before, because basically it's very easy to do what some operators actually do, to go out provoking other people to elicit a reaction, and they only film the reaction, they don't film the events that led to the reaction.
Okay, well Emma will have her day, no doubt, and so will we. So I'm going to end it there. This is Stephen Squire with the mayoral candidate for the British National Party in London.